I do not own any of the video content used in this video. The content used is used under fair use for review and parody purposes only. What's going on, everybody? This is your JRPG enthusiast, Shadow Elite, and this is the JRPG lineup of 2014. Now, the 7th generation of consoles has come to an end, but that doesn't stop the JRPGs from releasing outside of Japan. Now, this list mostly comprises of games that are most likely to receive a North America and Europe release in the year of 2014. So without any further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the JRPG lineup of 2014. And the first game we got is Fairy Fencer F. This is a game created by the Hyperdimension Neptune team, and I gotta say, I'm very impressed by what I see. It's got the same art direction as Hyperdimension Neptune. It's got pretty much almost the same type of battle system. You got, transformations, body parts, mecha parts coming on the main characters, and it just looks awesome. I can't wait for this one personally. This one doesn't have a slated US release, but I believe since it's made by NIS America will pick it up inevitably. I can finally say inevitably that this company will bring this game over in 2014. You can bet your ass on that, guys. Trust me, it will be over here in 2014. The next game we got is Atelier, Escha, and Logy. This game is a sequel to Atelier Escha. Maybe I pronounced that wrong, my mistake. Anyway, this is a sequel to the Atelier games, like I said, and you can expect more item crafting and stuff like that, time management stuff. I expect to maybe get this game. I'm not really sure. I do like the character designs I'm seeing. The two protagonists, as they will have two protagonists in this game, look pretty awesome to me. So this might be the first Atelier game that I'm actually interested in. Maybe, who knows? I'll probably give it a shot. What do you guys think? The next game we have is Drakenguard 3. This game kind of came out of left field for me when it was first announced for a Japanese release. But it's a sequel to the Drakenguard games that are on the PS2. Great era of gaming right there. But I never personally played the Drakenguard games. Even though I did want to play them, I just never got around to them. This one looks to be interesting to say the least. I'm going to wait a little bit before I honestly get this one a shot, but it looks to have a female lead and some good action RPG gameplay, followed by some dragon riding action. I'm gonna give this one a shot when it releases in 2014. Definitely gonna look into it more. Next up, we have Monster Hunter 4, a series of games that are very popular pretty much everywhere, I would say. Very popular in Japan, has its own little following in the US and Europe, I believe. And Monster Hunter games to me have never been that, great. I never really cared about them. But this one still doesn't look like it's something that I would play. But maybe you guys in the comment section will express to me how much you love the Monster Hunter franchise. I know it's one of the strong products Nintendo has, and I think maybe, just maybe, this one's gonna really put it on the map. Next game is Hyperdimension Neptune Rebirth. This is a remake to the first Hyperdimension Neptune game that's for the PS3. And the first Hyperdimension Neptune game was just, so it was pretty bad, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But this game is going to adapt the third game's battle system and pretty much just general feel. That is something that I think is a great idea, to adapt Victory's battle system, because seriously, first game's battle system, first Hyperdimension Neptune game's battle system was just abysmal on so many levels. I'm sorry to say, if you liked it, good for you, but I didn't find it all too entertaining. I'm definitely gonna give this one a shot if it does come out. I'm not entirely sure this one is coming out, but I can't see it not, because again, we have NIS America behind this one, and it's already in English pretty much. It probably got some new cutscenes to dub, some text that needs translating, but other than that, I think this one is really a much stronger candidate to see a release outside Japan. It'll be a good game to have for the Vita at least. Next game is Mugen Souls Z. This is a game that is a sequel to Mugen Souls that was released on the PS3. Mugen Souls has a very chibi style look to it, and something that I was personally turned off by. But maybe, just maybe, I'll give this one a shot. From what I'm seeing, it looks to be just the same as the first Mugen Souls. Not something I was particularly a fan of. but you never know. I'll have probably a more open mind by the time this one sees a release in 2014. Some things to take note about Mugen Souls Z is that there's a bathhouse minigame in which you are massaging the females of the game, and that for the North American release will be taken out. I'm not gonna say it's too bad because it is kind of creepy in its own way, but if that's gonna turn you off from buying the game, you shouldn't be playing video games to begin with. Everything else in the game is intact. The story, the characters, you know, the power-ups you get from the bathhouse minigame will be applied to your characters, and I think it's just whatever that's being taken out. To me, it's not that big of a deal. For you, you might got problems in what you need some bathhouse minigame in order to you know, go on with your life, but for me, it's not a big deal. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I'm very interested to know. This next game is a remastering to the best Tales of game of all time. Well, actually, you know what? The best Tales of game of all time was Tales of the Abyss, followed by Tales of Symphonia, this game, and followed by Tales of Eternia, and then Xillia. But anyway, that's my list, not yours. It's Tales of Symphonia, and it's a remastering. Tales of Symphonia Chronicles, and this game will have the original Tales of Symphonia and Dawn of the New World. 2 games in one. I love it, and I love Tales of Symphonia, honestly. It really got me kickstarted on Tales of series. It's going to have updated graphics to fit its HD remastering, and I'm really glad it's coming with both games. Even though I didn't particularly like Dawn of the New World, I think it was okay. It wasn't a good Tales game, so it was just plain out okay. I'm really glad to see that we're getting this one and that we did not get Tales of Vesperia for the PS3. Anybody mad about that? Because I'm freaking pissed off about that. Anyway, that's the video for another day, probably, which it will never happen. Okay, guys, the next game is Bravely Default Flying Fairy. This game is a 3DS RPG that takes an old school style look to it, and it looks to be a very good RPG. Its sequel for the sequel, which is called Bravely Default for the sequel, will be used for this North American and Europe release, and it will have, wait for it, dual audio. I know some of you couldn't stand to play a game without dual audio. You need your precious Japanese voice track. But anyway, yes, it will have dual audio for you Japanese purists. And I gotta say, I'm looking forward to this because this one was a game that I thought was going to be released last year and never saw the light of day. To be honest, guys, I have high hopes for this game because I did hear a lot of good things about it, and I'm hoping it's as good as the rumors have me to believe. Alright, guys, this next game is a sequel to Tales of Xillia. It is Tales of Xillia 2. Tales of Xillia to me was a great game. It was awesome. I very much enjoyed my time with Tales of Xillia. I cannot wait to play the sequel, Tales of Xillia 2. And I'm very much looking forward to this one because all the characters from the first game have updated looks. You got 2 new characters that are playing the main characters in this game, and it looks to you know, pretty much be essentially the same game battle system wise as Tales of Xillia, which was nothing was wrong with it. I had a blast playing Tales of Xillia, and I can't wait to play this one when it releases in North America and Europe of 2014. The next game is Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, 2nd chapter, and this, of course, is a sequel to the first Legend of Heroes game, Trails in the Sky, which was for the PSP. I played it personally, and I loved it. It was a really, really great game, and it's pretty much my top PSP RPG to recommend to anybody that's looking to play games on PSP. And it's a very text-heavy game. It's a very old-school style RPG, and it has a great story. That's something that I rarely say these days about any RPG, JRPG that comes out. It has a great story. I highly recommend you play Trails in the Sky, the first game, if you're looking for a good story to play. I can't wait for this one to come out. The next game is Witch and 100 Nights. This game is a game that is created from the Disgaea team. Not the battle system, I would say, but definitely the character designs in it. You can obviously see a strong Disgaea resemblance. The battle system looks to be okay to me. You know, it looks like a free roaming, just a beat 'em up, I guess you can say. I'm not really sure how to describe this one, but it will have RPG elements, and it will be, of course, an RPG. And it is coming in 2014. You can believe. Alrighty, guys, the next game is Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X 2 remake remastering for the PlayStation Vita and PS3. I loved Final Fantasy X on the PS2. A phenomenal game, probably among one of the best RPGs I've ever played. Really can't wait to play this one. Even though I have both games for the PS2, my PS2 isn't even hooked up, so it'll be nice to play this game on the go. I'll be getting both games for the Vita, but I think it's kind of messed up because both games are in one. They come in one for the PS3 version, but you had to buy them separate for the PS Vita version, which I just find just money hungry from Square Enix, because that's just stupid. I don't see the point in that, unless the game is so big that they can't fit two games on one one cartridge. But I still find that pretty stupid. I don't like that at all. If I'm gonna get one, it's gonna be 10, not 10-2. So anyway, looking forward to playing Final Fantasy X again. The next game is God Eater 2. This is again a sequel to the PSP game God Eater, in which I found God Eater for the PSP to be a very good game. I did enjoy it. It is my personal alternative to the Monster Hunter franchise. And God Eater has you facing down huge monsters that are called origami, and you attack them and you pretty much just destroy them and own them. It's a game that's very fun to play, I gotta say. And I like the character designs of the game, and I like the huge armor guardian facing down, and just the general look and feel of the game is awesome. And I can't wait for God Eater 2 to see it released over in North America and Europe. I'm not sure if it's gonna release. I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I hope it does come over here. I really did like the first God Eater game. The next game we got is Toukiden. This game is a Vita game, and it looks to be a Monster Hunter-esque game set in feudal Japan. It's always nice to have these type of niche titles coming over from Japan, and the Vita could always use games. And I gotta say, this game just looks like a Monster Hunter type game to me, which doesn't look to be my style of game like God Eater was. But either way, I am gonna give this one a shot, maybe if I like what I see in the later months coming videos, which I don't know, guys. I don't see it. Maybe you guys can tell me about this game if you know about it in the comments section, I guess. Anyway, let's move on. And the last game, I don't know how long this video has been going on for, but it's finally coming to an end. It is Conception 2. This is a sequel to the first game, Conception, which never saw the light of day outside of Japan, but our good buddies at Alice are going to be kind enough to give us a localization of this game. And you don't need to know anything about the first Conception to understand any of the story plots or elements to this game. It's a complete standalone game. It's a standalone story. This is a PlayStation Vita and 3DS game, and from what I've seen, it looks okay. I can't say I'm impressed with what I've seen. I'm willing to give it a shot. Anything that Atlas is willing to bring over here, I'm willing to play ball with. So I'm not sure what this game is about. You can look at the video and see what you think of the game. Maybe do some research on your own. Go on Wikipedia, all that good stuff, message boards and whatnot. But definitely will give this game a look-see when a release date is confirmed in 2014. So guys, that's it for this video. This is the JRPG lineup of 2014, and we got a lot of games coming. Even though the current gen of gaming is over, the 7th generation of consoles is coming to an end. We got the 8th generation of consoles in our possession, and JRPGs are still coming out for the PS3, the Vita, and the 3DS, Xbox here, right? But I'm very excited. I thought 2013 was a strong year for JRPGs, but this year coming up, 2014, looks to be even stronger. Every year we're getting better games, guys, and there will be more games to come, more games that haven't even been announced yet that will be announced in 2014. Now, personally, the ones I'm looking forward to the most are Fairy Fencer F for sure. That game looks crazy. Tales of Xillia 2, God Eater 2. Fingers crossed on that one. Don't know if it's gonna make it overseas. And I gotta say, Atelier, Escha, and Logy. So guys, keep on gaming. This is your JRPG enthusiast, Shadow Elite, and I will see you guys later. Peace.